shouldn't wear this?
I mean, you do.
We're about to go on live. Is this what I should wear?
It's a special shirt, and it's, I think. Okay, sure.
So thank you everyone tonight for tuning in to the late date. It's very late. It's 12:11 on, I think it's July 11th, 2021. 2021, yes, 2021. It's always fun to be here. I'm Adam. My co-host, I'm not really sure where she is. She will be here in a moment, but until she does arrive, please check out the show on the Other People's Show YouTube page. Tomorrow we have a series debut, technically today, a series debut, which is Pippin debuting at noon. Oh, hey, Lana.
Hey, sorry, my doggy was outside using the restroom.
Okay.
Oh, I had to make sure she was all right.
Yes. Hello, Lisa. So I was just telling everyone that they can tune in on the Other People's Show on YouTube. Please go on there and like and share videos, as well as Facebook and everything else. Now, there's been a lot of things going on lately. You were been in a couple of pictures that I've tagged lately.
Yes, Pippin pictures for sure. Which
Hey, Keaton.
You said. Well, no, you said I know that you've gotten the word out there that debuts tomorrow
At noon. Pippin will be on, so please, when it comes on, like and share the video. Now, we watched a little bit of episode 1 earlier. You'd seen it once. Now, other than myself...
I made a couple of friendly suggestions.
Now, other than myself, Lana is the only one that has actually watched the video.
Yeah,
Aaron...
I've seen season 1. Like I am not in these sketches with Pippin, but the actors that are, they actually have not seen
what's in store for them.
episode 1 even looks like.
Now,
And
often when
I'm excited for them to see it because I think they'll love it.
and it's not
It's
what you
very
expected, you said.
No, it's not what I expected. The storyline, if you could go back to when Pippin was introduced and he showed up to take over and fill in for you in shows while you were at the Crazy House,
Deep Meadows.
If people could go back like 4 months or so, I didn't even know him then.
No.
So if they, and I started watching Pippin, I think it was actually Pippin that
Was Pippin what made you tune
watched
in?
the other people. Yes, it
Okay.
was Pippin.
Now, I do see Pippin...
Definitely not this guy.
No. Now, right when we kind of first met, actually right before we first met, I was away at Deep Meadows facility for about a month. I had previously went on to...
Do you want to like elaborate a little bit more? Why were you there?
I guess that's a good way I can talk about this and we can segue to the show.
Because Deep Meadows, if you didn't know, is a very, very intensive, like, lobotomy type place.
Like a psychotherapy.
Yeah, psychotherapy. Like,
Yeah.
and not making fun, but like, was it relationship things?
Yeah,
was you in that?
It was a relationship things that put me in there, one after another. I had,
I can relate.
had some trauma back in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't say that I wasn't any to blame because I do take partial. I did play a baby crying sound for 22 or 23 minutes straight.
I think you told me about this,
Yeah.
but I absolutely have not gone back to look at this. And
it's not chronicled. It's
but to the female that had to listen to this, kudos to you. Congratulations. You're still alive because I would have
that's the thing though. Like
killed somebody.
I
would have killed you. I would have stabbed you. I would have stabbed him.
Do you?
Stabbed him.
I don't like baby crying. Is that wrong?
Oh, have you heard the different types of baby crying? Like when they're little, there's like a it's a coo. It's more of a coo than anything because they don't know how to relate any type of information. And then
I didn't
by the time
play
they're
a coo.
3 months old, they're playing you. This baby's playing you. It knows exactly when to cry, how to cry, what to cry, even if they're just trying to prevent you from sleeping.
Right.
About 3. They learn very quickly.
That was what I was playing. I
feel like my own child did.
It was the crying that is the ear piercing. I cannot take much more of this crying, which is what I played for 22 minutes. So I was wrong in that regard. Yes, right.
If it was that attention screaming that little kids do, even babies and upwards to 4+, 5+, that tantrum screaming.
Yes,
where
the tantrum.
Negative tension is attention, and so they figured that out, and that's all it's for. Then
regardless, I will say live on the air, I was wrong in that regard. But that being said, fast forward to now.
I'm not sure who that female was that he did that to, but that seems pretty mature.
It was.
Which actually leads up to what I would like to speak about tonight. Our topic for tonight, and I don't think you even know this, is about emotional maturity. Are you emotionally mature enough to be ready for a relationship? It could be you've not been in a long-term relationship or not dated for a while, or you've gone through some type of issue or separation or divorce or anything like that. Or how soon is it too soon before one relationship to the next?
Yeah, one ends and another begins.
But emotionally ready for a relationship. But we'll get into that.
Yes, let's
just
get into
a little bit later. I actually want to talk about our week. And do a shout out. Today, I actually drug Adam along, and unfortunately, he had to go hang out with some family and long-term friends. Melissa De La Cuba, I love you. It was nice to see you after 7-8 years. 7-8
long time.
Years. Yes, and Stephen.
Nice to have met you all today. That very pleasant.
Steve,
very pleasant folks in
Housley.
I
don't know why I said Hensley. It's Housley. Stephen Housley. Melissa Housley. Sorry.
Yes, thank you all. I don't know why I said thank you, but yes.
This is
to you all.
A specific drink, and it's a little stout.
We also met a couple that was out at the. You want to give a shout out to the restaurant?
I sure will. Thank you for asking. I took him to Knoxville, and after we dropped off our friend Heather, which we all the time shout out to Heather Collins. Thank you for everything you do to contribute, to share, to just
comment.
Comment, be your crazy self. We love you. Hope
now,
you're having fun on vacation. I know you're probably sleeping. Hopefully at this point, because stress packing and all that stuff.
Lana actually just told a little bit of a fib. She said she went there to take Heather to the airport. Yes, that's true. What she didn't mention was the other part. She was taking me to the Knoxville Zoo to have me as one of the animals. You were trying to submit me as one of the animals.
Okay.
Just because I let my shirt go unbuttoned.
Stop. If you're referring to my sister's house and one of my oldest friend's house as a zoo that I took you to.
Not what I meant.
WTF.
Not what I meant.
No, I posted on my story earlier. We were out with the coolest little dude. Shout out to my nephew, Brennan.
Yes.
Who quite possibly could be our newest agent, and I think he would do good. Like what he's thrown at us.
Some good ideas.
4 hours. 4 hours
since
we last seen him. He's thrown out like
several ideas
and stuff. He's 11.
He's made a new little promo that'll be coming out, like a little promo picture.
So you know what? You're welcome. I'm sorry, the zoo.
Yeah, the zoo.
My family. He just called us a zoo.
I do apologize completely.
He really just called my family a zoo. Anyways, but I will shout out. We went to Stir Fry, which local Wise Countyans or East Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, Eastern Kentucky would know Stir Fry being in Knoxville, where you would have all sushi and all of that.
Sushi. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on.
Shellfish allergy.
Sorry.
He doesn't understand that rice is what makes.
I gotta be honest.
Not raw anything. It's the rice.
It just looks gross to me. And it
it's
sounds
a rice
gross.
in a roll. It could be around like asparagus or avocado, and just wrapped in rice, and it's still sushi. It's like it's sashimi.
Well, I do have a catchphrase for rice. Nice for rice. Nice for rice. It'd be nice for rice. And nice for nuggets.
Nice for rice.
Nice for nice for rice. Nice for nuggets, right?
I'm going to reel you back in. But
Sorry.
anyways, so we went out, and I actually did put on the coolest little dude in all of Knoxville who could very well be our 11-year-old agent.
Mm-hmm. And he had very optimistic view of the channel.
He did.
Prophecy.
You are, not we, because it's you. Because I just do this show for the other people. But the other people's show on YouTube is reaching 120,000.
119,000.
120. I round up.
Yeah, 120,000 views.
Like 120,000 views.
Yes.
Like, that's a lot of views.
That's quite a few.
I didn't realize like that many people could possibly like you.
You didn't realize that we were quite, subpar popular as we have been. And we are.
I would not say popular.
No? You don't like popular?
Do you remember that like 90s song? I'm popular.
Not a Surf. It was a band called Not a Surf.
I think I might actually purchased that CD, and I'm not sure if I'm embarrassed or proud to admit that.
They do have a good song called...
I don't know. I have to revisit it. It's been a long time.
They do have a good song called Inside of Love, Not a Surf. Go look that up on Spotify.
So I would have to look that up. Like I don't know.
Now, I do want to say something. I don't know if the audience knows. They probably don't know from the view, but both of us are pantsless again, right? Should I have said that?
This gentleman is pantsless.
I'm pantsless. You would never know.
He's wearing my Uncle Ted's shirt,
which
I have. I don't know if it. Sometimes it has the audio when it's counting down to where I'm like, "What are you doing?
Right.
What do you have on?"
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a sentimental shirt.
I like the shirt. Now, I did think about...
It's like a highly sentimental shirt.
I thought about buttoning it like a Poindexter, and then you said no. And can I give away what I originally have on or no?
What?
Would that be okay?
That's fine.
I did have on a very nice silky-ish robe, right? Mm-hmm. It wasn't silk.
It's a cotton robe. That he had on. He went into the bathroom and came back out. I don't know what you were doing in there. Probably dropping a deuce.
No. I only do that at never at someone's house. I can't do that. That embarrasses me. I'm very odd about that way.
It was a long time. He was in there a long time. You were in there a long time. You had on like one of my nightgown robes that goes with like a nightgown set.
Yeah. But it was
hanging on the back of the door in the bathroom.
It's hanging.
He just walks out, and I'm like.
The reason being is this is a late date show. It's very soft. A lot of the clothing that I've looked through your closet, I like soft clothing. This is soft. That was soft, and so I thought about wearing it. But you said right before the show not to wear it, correct?
Not to wear it because he wanted to. Okay, say I'm sitting here, and I actually have on a nightgown. Am I pantsless? Well, yeah, because I have on like a nightgown. It comes down to my knees, like whatever. He had on this robe like this. It's got flowers all over it and stuff. And I was like, dude, no.
It was a little bit, I guess, feminine, maybe?
No.
It wasn't? Flowers?
I wouldn't say feminine. I would say it odd. And I don't use this word lightly, but I would say queer.
Meaning odd.
Which you were acting so strange about wearing it. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to wear it or wearing it. It's just the way you were wearing it. And then I pulled it apart and where he didn't have a shirt on, I was like, well, that looks good. And he didn't want to wear it because showing his chest and stuff with the flower. Well, whatever. And then I walked out of the room. Yes. And I came back in, and he had on.
Can I tease the audience?
This is one of my most prized shirts.
All right, that's one of your most prized shirts. Oh, sorry.
Okay, don't disrespect the shirt like that again.
I'm sorry. I do like this shirt. Now it's going to be taken away from me. I'm not going to be able to wear it.
No, you're never actually going to be able to put it it on again after this.
Now, let me ask you a question. Now, this is something on what I'm about to say off topic, and this is kind of, I guess, gross, but I have heard, like in Tom Jones, the singer, right? Do you really want to be loved by anyone? Like one of those songs.
Yes, I know that.
They would refer to his chest hair as hamburger meat. So often he would unbutton his shirt and they would let the hamburger meat hang out. Is that gross? Is that gross? It seems gross to me.
Okay, now that you say that, and I see, oh, sorry, I don't know how to like all of that. If he said, like, I don't know if it's hamburger meat or like.
But is that gross?
Like shredded meat or
shredded meat. Look at
shredded
that.
wheat or shredded meat. Like I don't know what it is.
I don't know, but I feel like I'm.
But now I'm kind of like.
I'm
kind of queasy now.
Queasy. Oh.
I think I'm gonna have to take another drink.
Go ahead. Now,
I'm gonna take back over here. Don't let him say anything. He's just like.
I'm sorry.
He's like shredded wheat.
Yes, I'm sorry. Should I button it up all the way?
No, don't. I don't need you to stretch. That it really is an important shirt. That's my Uncle Ted's shirt.
This is a very nice shirt. I don't want to diverge.
That is my Uncle Ted's shirt. This shirt. I lost my uncle last year. Who
I didn't realize that.
Right next door to me.
So this is
this is one of his. This is the very first shirt that my cousins gifted to me after he passed away because I had to ask because I loved that shirt on him. I could remember. And there's other ones. I got a couple of other ones that buttoned up. Like that's 40 or so years old, probably older than us. Well, older than us.
Yes.
Shirt that he wore consistently and all of that. Like, no, that's a sentimental shirt.
You know,
it does look decent on you.
Does it really?
I have a picture of me in it when the day I got it. I look better naturally.
Well, I was wondering. I often wear, as people have seen, the same outfit time and time again. And you're always looking cute and exceptional in this late date, and I always feel inadequate, in almost every way. So I'm just trying to raise my standards to be equal with you. Does that make any sense?
That makes perfect sense. Inadequate, all of that, yes, perfect sense.
I don't know how to take that. I thought you glanced.
Anyways, let's get back to.
Yeah, I don't want to say what I thought I saw you do.
We are going to go forward into where you're emotionally ready for a relationship in just a moment. Before that, let me finish out with a week. I want to speak up and say, other than a shout out to Stir Fry in Knoxville, there is one in Kingsport. Extensive fucking bourbon list at the one in Kingsport. Top notch. Talk to the waiters. Talk to the bartenders.
Top notch.
Sometimes that $35 a shot taste is actually worth it.
Wait, $35 a shot? What did you do a shot? That was $35?
I mean, this was like last year. But
what was it?
There's certain types they can get. They will actually, if anybody could get a bottle of, or win the lottery, or get their hands on a $1,200 bottle of like Pappy Van Winkle, like for your average, and they do half price sushi, taste that.
Sushi.
The Kingsport one is that. Now, the Knoxville Stir Fry, which is managed by a really good friend of mine, Erica. And
it was. I liked there. The first time I'd been there.
My best friend's mother, Ella, and my niece Sydney, and who we went and saw today. We went to Stir Fry. It was there, and we actually met a pretty cool couple that was talking about making desserts.
Talking about making like a chocolate peanut butter pie.
Yeah, I was like, could you please stop? Could you please stop talking?
Making your mouth salivate.
Could you? But it was in a fun-hearted way, and we talked to them. We told them about the other people's shows.
So hopefully they're
tuning in.
Exactly.
And Amanda, it was nice to see you again. I don't know. Amanda, assistant manager of Stir Fry in Knoxville. But if Wise County knows I think most of Wise County knows what Stir Fry is.
Yeah. Stir fry.
So
you're stirring
Broadway,
a bunch of French fries. Stir fry, right? No.
I'm going to need a new co-host. Could I get some inbox of applications? That would be great.
Qualifications needed. Are you looking for a male or female?
It's just not that. Just whatever. No, just not that.
Oh. I'll try to behave. I'll try to reel myself in.
And you won't steal very sentimental pieces of clothing. Out of my
Should I take this
closet.
off? I'll take it off.
No, because I feel like you're gonna like rip the buttons or something.
I'll be very
Like,
gentle, but I'll keep it on if you want. I'm very self-conscious. I wear a shirt at the beach.
So let's
dive right in.
Let's get back to talking on hand. So we took my friend Heather, and we had this day to where I was embarrassed by my company in Knoxville around my family, and on the way back around Kingsport, I happened to stop by because it was a little later in the evening after all this was done. And I happened to go say, I'm going to need a drink for this, so be around you.
Can I show this what we're drinking?
Well, I'm going to show them what I'm drinking.
Okay.
Because I think I have drank with friends around here and a few, and I'm in a whiskey tasting club. That the first meeting I would have brought would have been a novelty drink, Dr. Stoner's. I'm going to bring that.
Yeah, turn it around there a little bit. There you go.
This is Virginia distilled. 42.0%.
So 84 proof.
Alcohol.
I've never tried it before.
And it's an whiskey. It's an herb whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
You can see all of that. Yes, on that. Dr. Stoner is actually a retired dentist from the East Coast of Virginia.
I had no idea.
Had came up with this formula, and the first person in the world. It's won awards. I think around here we've always seen the vodka and the tequila, which actually are kind of spot on too.
Mm-hmm.
But the award was for this whiskey, which I saw it in Tennessee, kind of like
on sale.
On sale, but so I had something else in my hand, and I switched it out because I said, "You want to know what?
It's a cool bottle. I will say that.
You want to know what? The first time I had ever tasted this, it was a birthday present.
Really?
2019.
Oh, so you've only tasted like a little bit over a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Yes. I've specially ordered bottles through my local ABC store twice to share with friends to be like,
and if people want to visit there, they can visit there.
Because when you open it and you smell it, when you taste it,
the aroma,
the aftertaste, the forefront taste, and there is no type of cannabis hemp derived ingredients in it. It actually being the first alcohol in the world to ever claim and actually get that distinction and then win awards. What's this thing?
Can I do a reenactment of how it smells?
It kind of smells like skunk, like combo, like that sweet.
So this is someone never. So you hand me the
ludicrous that blueberry.
You hand me the bottle and say, "Hey, smell of Dr. Stoner's." So hand me the bottle.
This is my old bottle.
And
he's actually,
action.
Well, he's actually holding up because what I got for my birthday was a signed bottle.
Right there.
Oh, by Dr. Stoner himself, again, who's a retired dentist. That's
very rare. That's only like 26 people in the world have that bottle. Signed by Dr. Stoner. That particular bottle.
Hopefully it's 42.
42 people have that bottle.
So we got another bottle.
Yes, we do. First time I've ever drank it before. And
it smells like cod. That's the only one word. It smells like overdramatic. Anyways, and we're going to continue on to a date show because I think people probably should be interested in what I should have worked on.
Now, I do want to say this before we get into. There are some. She's the executive producer and host of this late date show. And if you all don't know, she has many, many cue cards. She has many, many things that we want to discuss. And
I go through these and I write them down at different times. It's not, I'm just prepared.
Well, I don't want people to think that we just come in and improv because some thought goes into the show. You put a lot of thought into the show. The shows are doing really well. And I do want to give a heartfelt thanks to everyone that's tuning in.
Reeling him back in,
sharing.
Ladies and gentlemen. Reeling him back in. Like, what are you talking about? Just reeling him back in.
Lisa's saying that seems like that would be a cute to paint and make some decor out of it. And that's why she's single. Let me just take that liquor bottle and decorate it. Have you ever done that? Decorated a liquor bottle?
I think back
Really?
In the early 2000s, late 90s, like to have wax and a candle and it go over a bottle.
Really?
I think we used to do that. Didn't we used to do that?
I didn't drink until I was like, last year. I've never drank a drop until last year. I mean, I've been sober for like 23 years straight. And then at 24, gulp, 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 gulp.
I want to do a public service announcement. If you ever find yourself in the company of someone willing to lie about something so obvious and preposterous, that do.
Well, let me ask this question. Maybe I shouldn't say this.
Turn around and run the other fucking way. Like, stop lying.
Okay. It was 26 years. I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone. But anyway, what do you have on your agenda tonight? Because we do have quite a few viewers tuning in.
Well, first and foremost, I want to ask you, what do you think if I said we're going to do a show or the rest of our topics is going to be, I'm just kind of keeping an eyeball on what he's like taking more of my shirt, my beloved uncle's shirt. I have some of the things from him. Maybe Mr. Christmas, thank you. Just drink that. Okay, thank you. How do you think, are you emotional? Do you think you're emotionally ready for a relationship?
As we said, I guess maybe last show, I did have a crush on someone. Still do. Not going to reveal it on the show, but I will do this. For my crush. Can I give that to my crush? That's to my crush. Is it okay? Is it okay?
I do.
Would a crush like that?
If your crush is watching, I'm not sure what to say other than like.
What was your initial question?
Just don't do that again. You want to put your best foot forward, and that's not your best.
I'll button back up. I'm sorry.
It's like meat hair or whatever.
I'm not going to Rod Stewart this anymore. Okay, I'm not going to do that at all. Okay.
I think he needs to stop drinking
the Dr.
Whiskey.
Stoner's.
Yeah, the Dr. Stoner's whiskey that tastes like marijuana. Actually, that's the taste. And it's won awards. It's the first ever produced in the world, and it's produced right here in Virginia. Just started a couple of years back. I do want to do a shout out again because 2 years ago, Dr. Stoner and I had to show people around here, special order them. Like it was a gift. It was a very, very thoughtful gift.
A thoughtful gift. And
whiskey.
Excuse me. I've never.
Weed.
I want to say this. I don't
know. Like it tastes like both.
You like whiskey. You like weed. I've never drank before.
I like wine too, and water.
And I've never smoked weed before. So those two things.
Winning.
I do want to try in 2021, smoking and drinking, and maybe lose my virginity in 2021. That's a goal that I have. That's a goal. Fingers crossed. That's a goal. That's one of the main reasons I'm doing the Late Date show.
That might fix you.
To lose the virginity.
That might fix you.
With my crush.
Okay, can we keep going? Okay, I'm going to have to
okay.
wrestle him. Yeah. Okay. Good luck on
Go
that.
ahead.
I don't think that helps your case.
I do apologize to everyone.
The no age year old virgin, because I know how old it is. Sad. It's a shame. Anyways, so
that's not fair.
Actually, let's go back to serious topics.
Yes, let's do that.
We joked around.
We have. We're going to get back into the serious topics, and you all please chime in.
I'm going to get mad at him. Are you emotionally ready for a relationship? And before I ask that, if you think you're emotionally ready for a relationship, emotionally ready for a relationship can mean maybe you have just come out of a relationship. How much time should you wait? Between one and the next. Between one another. Emotionally ready for a relationship, you're just too focused, or you just too it's about maturity or kind of like that type of. But it might also be about how hurt that you were from the past to be able to move forward. But if you're emotionally ready, you're no longer hurt. You're happy, healthy within ready yourself. To move forward and not looking in the past, correct? Hopefully so. Do I need to go get the other drink here? I think he needs a Gatorade. I think he needs to hydrate. Go get a drink.
I'm sorry. Let me scooch off because I don't.
Take it from here. Please take a time out. Anyways, to be emotionally ready for a relationship would simply be that doesn't matter like time or anything. Like it's just how you've progressed, how you're feeling. Do you feel calm enough? Do you feel like you can be on par or even kill within your emotional reactions or expectations that you wouldn't be expecting too much or wanting too much? All of these things that would be like maybe you're not emotionally ready, because if you're emotionally ready, you would love yourself, be comfortable enough with yourself, not to be searching out validation and comfort and love
from someone else,
or
right?
excitement from someone else. He's going to go. And thank you. Back just in time.
Okay. Sound it out. Sound is out. Wait, it's back. Okay.
I just wasn't talking because I was. But so emotionally ready for a relationship, I don't know what you think it might be. Do you think you're emotionally ready for a relationship?
Personally,
without me telling you, because you walked out of there.
What you just said, I personally think it's a journey from, let's say you've had the ending of a relationship. It could be a positive ending, because there are some positive endings to a relationship. You've probably been in relationships where you're still friends with the ex, same as me. I'm sure everyone else has as well. But there have
Hopefully.
Hopefully so. But there has been that relationship where it can't be, a friendship can't be salvaged from it due to one way or the other. Or a continuous, some kind of, they're not a part of my life.
I've had two in my whole life that I've turned
back to, right?
Well, not turn my back to. It's just if I run into you,
you're dead to me, basically.
Well, no, not you're dead to me. I don't know them anymore from what I think or could understand, or it would be I never knew you.
Right.
I think once is I don't know you, and the other one would be like, shit, I didn't know the true you. I didn't know the true you. I would never have been in a relationship with you.
Had I really known you.
If I wasn't, like love bombed or whatever.
Right.
That's a different show. Love bomb being into a trauma relationship.
But as far as like the emotional, being emotionally ready for a relationship,
I think a lot of people can relate to that.
I personally think that I'm currently ready for a relationship. I've worked through a lot of the problems. I've dealt with a lot of the issues that I've had myself.
Stop right there.
Yes.
So, you think you're ready for a mature? You're emotionally mature enough for a relationship, whether it be, like I say, any age, whatever the circumstances, you're starting over. One of the red flags is I think might be attention-seeking behavior.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying like from their partner themselves. There could be you're seeking out recognition or acceptance from others.
Okay.
Your peers, your friend groups, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I don't do all of this things, so I don't know.
You mainly just have Facebook, right?
You're seeking out recognition, like people accept and approve that you're in a relationship and they like it. Like they like that person. So you're using those reactions to validate your whole relationship. Like, well, I didn't get a lot of that, so maybe this isn't right. And people are kind of that generic. It's social media.
Unpredictable.
Unpredictable. But so emotionally mature would be you wouldn't be seeking out anybody else's opinion or validation, that you would even be in a relationship or all of that. Nobody's like over the top, like to scare you off or encourage you, or you would even feel like you needed that. And if you didn't have that, then it would be like, maybe this isn't right. Nobody's told me this is right. Pretty much. So that's probably one of those. Perhaps you're not emotionally ready, or
so
it could also be it's too soon.
So
you
think
guys
those
just broke up like 3 weeks ago. What do you mean you're going on another?
Now there are people that we see and that we've probably both known that they're out of a relationship in less than 24 hours or 48 hours they're in another. And that always makes me skeptical when I see that. I don't judge because it's none of my concern. But when I see that happen, I'm like, how invested?
You don't know why they're putting that out there. It could just be like just to the other person, and the person that they.
It could be a revenge tactic as well.
Just be like, screw you, we're just trying to hurt your feelings, but that's kind of shallow. That's not mature.
That's shallow and vapid is what it is.
Yeah, but you're not mature for an actual relationship if you're doing those things.
I would agree with you.
Hopefully, that's not your reasoning or tit for tat. Just like I said.
No, you were talking about the attention
that's about
seeking.
Validating through other people, and if your validation is it makes somebody else mad.
Is that really that much validation?
that's actually completely validating that you probably shouldn't be in relationships.
I agree. I never have honestly
I don't know. I'm not a professional.
You are, but I've never went through.
I'm just 40 and I'm married.
You're not 40.
Close enough.
30. You look 30. Doesn't she look 30?
20.
20?
No, I'm not 20.
22.
I'm almost 40.
Mm. You don't look almost 40. I would fooled very much. It would have fooled me. I would have thought honestly.
I'm kind of like a really good whiskey. Specifically,
gets better with age.
Get better with age. Like you taste better, look better, feels better, goes down better.
Keaton says you look 27.
Thank you, Keaton.
So Keaton is a stand-up guy. Now I will say this about Keaton.
No, I'll be 40 very soon.
I think Keaton is going to be in the season 3 of Carnival.
So I heard you say that.
Yeah.
Hopefully I have some coworkers and friends where I work. I won't give that away right now without getting a triple okay.
Right.
I work at Blue Double Truck in Castle.
I saw there yesterday.
Yeah, you came by Blue Double Truck.
Now I will say this: I do.
But
I door dashed, and it was like a lengthy process over there. There was a few little complications, not anything terrible. But then I thought Lana is working at the Blue Devil Drug, correct? So I thought, hey, let me just gander over that way, and I did.
Slinging pills to pay the bills.
So that was It was a nice thing, and we were able to say hello. You weren't busy at the time.
Kind of startled me.
Yeah, she didn't expect that, so that was kind of cool.
What the hell are you doing?
But as far as like attention seeking, now let me ask you this. Now Lisa's saying I would like to also add that if anyone has ADHD, make sure you're ready, not just hyper fixating. It's very interesting. Now I do want to step away from him. I gotta step away.
He can step away.
Okay.
Lisa, actually, I'm going to address you for saying that. There is like something that a lot of people don't talk about and how they may be or see how somebody else may be being, but most likely you're going to recognize it in yourself. And it's called hypervigilance. Hypervigilance is actually not a good thing when it comes to emotional health. When you're paying attention to your work, to your job, to your family life, to anything, the more hypervigilance and focused you are on all of these things, which is a symptom of ADD or ADHD in adults, or OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder in adults, and it could be even major depressive disorder or all of these things. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I can just say that I'm in a medicine world where I am in healthcare to where like we do medicate these things, but I can only talk about personal experience. The more hypervigilant I am about paying attention to other things, the less focused, the more stressed I feel, and the more I feel like I'm not being satisfied.
Okay.
And it could be just that symptom of hypervigilance of focusing on other things. It's like, well, what about me? What about me? You don't mind. That's a fix for you. That hypervigilant and pay attention to those things, that's a fix. You like that. You like being like that. You like doing that. You like how that makes the other person feel. ultimately being hype or anything can actually be a detriment to an outcome that you'd like to see happen.
Right.
You're not gonna get there. You're not gonna get there because it's not easy come easy.
Easy go.
No, not easy go.
Not easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Just not,
Lemon squeezy. Not at all.
You know, cool as a cucumber. Like what? I don't know what like other idioms.
Idioms?
Yeah, is that the word?
I think so. Now, I will say this: attention seeking recognition from others. Now, there has been, I'm sure, with yourself being a beautiful young lady, and myself being a beautiful young lady as well, getting accolade or getting a response from others.
How many likes? How many things? How many views? How many all of that?
Does that even matter to you? Does it make you feel better? I got to be honest. If I post things about Pippin or about a show or a picture, if I get likes or, you know, any of the emojis, does it make me feel bad or lower my self-esteem if I get less views or likes? No, it doesn't. But does it make me feel good when I get people saying, hey, you did a good job. You made my day. I like Pippin. That makes me feel good. You know, it really does.
Understand.
If I get someone that says, hey, I think you're cute, you know, or this or that, doesn't mean I will act upon anything that's said. No. But does it make you feel good? I think it would make anyone feel good. Hey, I like your hair. You have a great personality.
Nobody's saying that to you.
You know, no, they're not. But if they did,
okay, they might like that better, but nobody was saying that to you.
They weren't really saying that, but you see kind of the topics that I'm saying.
Off the show. Executive producer says character, co-host, going off the even.
Am I going with it? I just really think that
no, you're not.
You know, I'll live there. I'll live there totally. But does it make you give you a little boost, give you a smile when someone says, hey, Lana, you know, I saw you on the show the other day. It made my day. Hey, Lana, I really enjoyed the show the other day. Even though I disagree with you, I respect your points. Hey, Lana, your personality is great. You look 27 on the show. Those things have to make you feel a little bit good.
Yep.
I mean, am I wrong?
I like those things and I appreciate those things. But are those the things that actually ultimately make me happy? No, because I have to be happy about myself. We're
not saying that those make you happy.
It's not that.
But they make you feel good for the moment, right?
No. I mean,
like if we did the show.
Of course they make me feel... Okay, stop. Of course they make me feel good for the moment. Does that validate what I'm doing, how I'm acting, how I'm behaving, how I go about my business, my daily life, what I choose to do? Absolutely not. Okay, can you stop? Can you stop?
Too much?
Yeah, too much.
Really?
Yeah. Does that validate to where I should keep going or nothing? I'm not. Actually, I'm only here because I've been browbeaten and he needed a lot of help because he's like special.
Hey.
No, I'm just joking. If I looked for outward opinions to validate my own opinions or my own likes or interests or what I'm doing, I'd never be happy. If I'm looking to be popular or, you know, understood or looked at, I actually don't like to be looked at.
Now that's something
I'm surprised. Like this is like other than these shows, these are the first times I've ever been on camera. I don't like my picture taken. I never watch these shows back. I do not like listening to myself speak. Right. I don't like that. I don't look into the mirror a lot, and it's not that I'm like I have self-conscious. I'm just like I'm me and whatever. I cringe a little in how I behave. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like
But does it make you feel good? You've got some messages, I'm sure, and I've got some directed toward you and me as well, saying, "Hey, you and Lana do a great job on the show. You make my day." I mean, that has to make you feel...
Has somebody messaged you and said we made their day?
Yes.
Who?
There's been several. Ray had said it before. Several others had said, "Hey, we really do enjoy your show, and we enjoy the way that discuss them." Because the good thing about this show is that we're offering opinions, varying opinions, that maybe you and I might disagree, maybe the audience might disagree, but we're offering something maybe unique and from different perspectives. Correct?
That is correct.
Because there's no really right and wrong answer, because everyone has their own perspective and point of view. Your point of view, like let's say that you and I are dating. Let's just say that hypothetically for the sake of the show.
Okay.
Keaton's saying he does enjoy the show. He likes hearing what we talk about. So we are doing the show, and we're dating, one another. But you have a different opinion, and I have a different opinion.
Then I'm right.
But one thing
did I just spit that out there?
You did spit that out there. One thing that I would like, and knowing you, just from knowing you,
I'm always right.
a couple of months,
I'm always right.
is that I don't feel that you are judgmental, and even though I might disagree with you, you would respect my opinion, and vice versa. Was that be a true assessment?
Because
you seem like you seem like
the only reason I acquiesced, is that a word? Acquiesce to doing this show was because for years previous, I just met you
back in March.
March
17th in person.
Yeah.
March 4th.
That was an unlucky day.
Sorry.
But anyways, my friends and coworkers and family members, including like my dad and stuff, like relationship advice, like really embarrassing, not even just relationship advice, but whether it be emotional or like sex, like physical, sexual, like relationship advice. No, I do work in healthcare. Like everybody's been pretty comfortable coming to me with these issues.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty trustworthy. I have no qualms. And that's how I like to say I have no qualms.
Right.
I have no qualms. Whatever you could say, you're not going to shock me. I'm not going to judge you. And if you're talking about something,
keep things private. You keep it with yourself.
Yeah, and if you're asking me something to do within your relationship, then you best bet I'm not going to
blab it everywhere.
Well, no,
right?
Absolutely not. But the biggest thing is I'm not going to pick sides.
You're neutral.
I am unbiased. I am you're the one coming to me with this problem about your partner or husband, wife, fiance, boyfriend, just my sister-in-law or whatever,
whomever it may be.
Whomever, whatever relationship, and you have this, and you came to me for advice. I can't. And very first and foremost, I am not going to automatically
choose a side
or give you advice or even respond based upon
one side or the other.
What you want to hear. It may not.
It's based upon logic.
Because there is somebody else there that's not here telling me about this that has an opinion that's living in it too, in a different perspective, and I take that into consideration. I'm very unbiased. I have no qualms. I'm unbiased.
We had got into it a few weeks ago about topics on the show. You were coming from a different perspective. I was coming from another, and we were kind of butting heads a little bit. But after we learned each other's perspective, we weren't so quick to butt heads. Oh, I didn't realize you thought that. Oh, I was coming at it at a different angle, and we were able to come to an agreement and be like, wow, this could have been avoided had we known each other were coming from this perspective. And I think that was a positive thing. There was a disagreement, but I think talking it out, and I think if a lot of people did that in a relationship, oh, wow, I didn't realize you think that way.
It's not so easy.
It's not easy with a lot of people.
We're getting so off topic.
Are we?
But I will say it's not so easy in a relationship when you're high emotion not to keep going and saying and reacting. For the other person to say, you can accept that until the point that I can stop myself and prevent myself, or vice versa.
Right.
To get out of the moment.
And kind of look back objectively. Or would it be
or
subjectively?
Just stop and objectively and be like, if those are your real emotions and feelings, you're going to see that over time and how they react to those.
Exactly.
That discourse or something. But if somebody truly cares about you, they're not going to want to keep arguing.
And they're not going to
and the longer the time is arguing, the worse it's going to be for them. They're going to feel... You're going to feel like shit. Like,
beaten down.
Like shit. Like, just even, for example, brothers and sisters, when I've gotten to tiffs or disagreements as an adult, now kids, like, we almost killed each other. But, like, legit, we almost killed each other. But as adults, the idea of being angry or holding on to an anger, or even if it's justified, like, you're being a see you next Tuesday to me, and I didn't deserve it, and I got upset, and I'm whatever. Even if I'm in the right to feel justified and feel upset, I'm going to go back to that person and say, stop, don't. How do we fix this? Probably within a very short time, because I don't like feeling like that.
You want to feel that way and then move past that as quickly as possible.
It's okay to feel like that. It's okay
it's
to feel
valid
anger
to feel
and
that way.
But
to hold on to it and grasp and carry it with you.
I feel like the longer, and that's just me personally, if people are different, the longer you go without resolving it or facing it or hashing it out in an honest way, in honest feelings, and it's always best to be honest during those times. And sometimes the truth hurts or whatever, but you're being honest, you're being genuine.
I think sometimes, and I think most people would agree, the truth hurts a lot sometimes.
Maybe
in the moment.
You're emotionally ready for a relationship if you can literally look at somebody and say, I'm going to do this, and I feel this, and I'm in the wrong, and all of this, and can you stick around? Or if they can stick around, that other person dealing with those other person's emotions can stick around until they know it's, even though they know it's going to ebb, instead of holding it against them and just being like, everybody's okay to have little bitty like relationship psycho moments. Extreme anger, extreme upset, extreme. Well, see, I wouldn't suggest jealousy, but like the green-eyed monster is okay every once in a while, because those are natural feelings and emotions
and reactions
in reality that everybody feels. But can that person say, that's what I was feeling? And the other person say, that's okay, that's what you're feeling, even though I reacted to it. You want to know what? I actually understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I feel those type of things too.
And sometimes it takes the other person to voice that, to be like, I never thought of it from that perspective. Now I see that perspective. I can understand why you reacted that way.
Yeah. So that ties into what I wanted to talk about, that I don't know if we did.
I think we got to
emotional maturity.
I do think
there's just other little things like.
Do you think you're emotionally ready to move on to a relationship? I personally feel yes. I've moved on. I've dealt with the past. I've dealt with the hurt. I've meditated, prayed, moved on, seen the faults of my own. I don't hate the person. Maybe I do. But I've been able to move on, forward thinking, and not really live in the past.
Stop. You say that. Okay, stop. You say that tomorrow you meet soulmate, whatever, all of that. All of these things in your past. You have no connection, no thought, no even understanding of all of those things. You're willing to give those up like, boom, ready to move forward. I have all of that memory, almost like Men in Black.
I would love to have that and erase that.
Well,
and then go back to remembering Britney Spears 2002.
But is that emotional maturity to say you would want to erase things, or did you actually learn from those things? But I'm just saying.
At this point in my life, I would not want to erase them because I've learned. And I really have learned and made myself hopefully a better person for the next person I date. And I'm willing to give and strive and look at myself and say, you know what? I did make mistakes with a new person in the future. I'm sorry if I make these mistakes. I'm still growing. I'm not a perfect person, but I do want to do better. And I would hope that the person that I end up with would realize, no person is perfect. Striving for perfection is something I strive for, but it's impossible to achieve. And I never would expect that from a partner, and I would assume that a partner would never expect that from me, because they realize I'm going to make mistakes. I'm wrong sometimes, and I'm sorry. It's not an excuse, but everyone's wrong. Everyone makes mistakes.
But
But I'm mature enough to realize I've made mistakes.
Perfect answer.
If that makes sense.
No, it does make sense. Only I'm going to counteract with, so there is like this somewhat perfect or ideal that you're looking for that you might not be internally disappointed that you're not achieving or reaching. Your partner or anybody you dated might not even realize that. You could be holding on to something that's like, oh, well, I thought I would just have this, or that's what it would be like, or
what
that's
do
what it
you
would
mean?
feel like.
What do you mean? Hold on to what? Like the past relationship and bring it to the future, or what? What do you mean?
That could happen too. Hopefully that's actually.
Yeah, I don't find that happening with me at all.
I didn't say that.
Do you find that when you take a step forward, and like maybe are you ready to plunge forward?
My last serious relationship,
excuse me,
did not end well.
Neither
I can't
did mine.
imagine what the public would think or what misinformation
has been put out
that
there,
the
right?
random few people that would be privy to that information, and my immediate family would not skew that information.
What's funny that the facts versus what is put out to the public, because it's often.
I don't fucking feel like I should defend myself.
Should you have to? No.
Any relationship over, regardless of why I was in the wrong or whatever. Move forward, go. But sometimes you don't have to not be in the wrong. I've heard people say things to me to where I literally look at them like, even not non-relationships, non-romantic relationships.
Because these could be friendships,
to where
family relationships.
I've literally had somebody to a friend be like, they literally look at me, you punched him in the face. And I'm like, if I fucking punched him in the face.
How did you do it? How did you punch him?
And I haven't seen him for months. Where was this mark? Trust me that I would have left. That would have been explained. I'm just now hearing for the first time said person ever said I punched them. Where was that goddamn mark?
Yeah.
On their person that people would have obviously taken notice to that I would have done. And then I say, guess what? Yeah, I could do without it.
Right.
Let's walk away.
Let's walk away.
I shall not explain myself. I shall not say no. And I actually didn't say no. I didn't do that. I just kind of came to this like, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
We're good. We're cool. I will wave to you. We're not friends, if you could believe that.
Right.
If you could believe that, that's crazy.
That's very, very crazy.
And what is the motive
behind it?
Behind that person telling somebody else that and make them believe that.
For an extended period of time. Which is deviant behavior, in my opinion. Very deviant behavior. On that note,
psychosomatic addicting.
We are at the 59-minute mark of the show. Do you have a final thought for the show? Lana always likes to end on a great final thought. She's an expert in that, so take heed.
I just took it. So our topic was emotionally ready for a relationship.
I would say yes. What about yourself? Yes, is my opinion. Yes. As I show the hamburger meat. Is that okay?
This is why I never want to be like, okay.
Was that wrong?
No, it wasn't wrong.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry, everyone. Sorry.
It wasn't wrong.
But what's your final thought for tonight? I thought tonight was very insightful. I really did.
I had like so many cards we didn't go over. If you're emotionally ready for a relationship, you're going to be focused and listening at all times.
Mhm.
You're not going to skip a beat.
No.
Well,
And you
can
are
possibly
going-
skip a beat. But
Well, I will say this
but
before
you're
you
going to be
continue.
focused and listening at all times. And the other person that is questioning whether or not they're emotionally ready for a thing can understand. They can see that they are focused.
And mistakes will be made because we're people.
Okay, I
Right?
have to deal with how his. Let me.
I mean, am I wrong?
I have wrote down all of these things. I had got to like half of them on my show. He's
Hijacking.
Bogart.
Bogart. We can go longer if you want.
But there is another thing. If you are often mentioning and not purposely, but if you're often mentioning an ex relationship in a negative light, and heaven forbid that doesn't include anything sexually, because seriously, that's just completely fucking disrespectful to the fucking person you chose.
Mm-hmm.
So who is it all on? You.
You.
Like I don't like people talking negatively about. I mean, even if even people that have gone through trauma and abuse, you can see them. They just don't even. It's almost like you don't even want. How can you even warn or even think about or whatever to the next person?
Mm-hmm.
There could have already been a campaign, like a negative campaign against you before you would even
Realize it. Go with it.
Yeah,
Feel
like
be comfortable
whatever.
with it.
So
Yeah.
there's a whole lot of that could be a different show. That may be a different show.
There will be.
But being emotionally ready, I guess, pretty much just means that all of these good and these bad things that would be happening. You know, I said, when do you share your relationship? One of the first shows we did, I said, when do you share details that you're in a relationship and you're putting it online and social media and all of that?
Because that's the big thing now. It's exposed online on Facebook.
So you're validating
Twitter,
your
Instagram.
side. If you're validating your side or your emotions and your feelings, are you really being or ready or mature enough to be in a relationship? I have never personally dated anybody that was just broke up or anything like that, or
Mhm. Which is kind of a rebound in a way.
Usually I'm going to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, my usually normal MO, other than the 8 years I didn't date, when I started dating again, ended 2019.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between, we're in a relationship was probably like 4 to 7 months.
Okay.
4 to 7 months, and there was only two, but there was like a 4 to 7 months. It's just kind of like, I think I made a mistake. Maybe I'm not ready to make these decisions or determine or behave correctly. Maybe I'm not even like able to behave correctly.
Right.
And some of it could have been on me. I'm not able to behave correctly.
Under certain circumstances,
so that's
right?
emotional maturity and readiness for a new relationship.
Right. Now,
I really
Keaton's
feel like that.
throwing out, he said, I personally think talking about past problems is healthy for the relationship. It helps establish a source of trust between the two. As in, I would definitely try to avoid things that would make her uncomfortable. And I can understand that perspective.
Keaton, I'm not saying that talking about past problems or anything within yourself, but talking about a past problem with another person is...
So you're basically mentioning...
owning up to your own hang-ups is...
But you shouldn't really air someone else's grievances or problems, because that could be subjective just for you personally in the relationship. It might be just like, hey, that was with you, not with the next person.
Can I go into a final thought?
If you want to.
Sorry. It's getting kind of late, and we did drive to Knoxville and
back. Back. And it's been a good show.
No, we didn't just do back. I made you go to crazy places.
Made me. I mean, it was a fun day. It was an enjoyable
You used
day.
bookstore and shit. I was looking for something specific.
For the movie show.
Yes.
So what's your final
fine
thought
it
for
is.
tonight? Let's hear that.
I could say a final thought, or just going into the topic that I didn't feel like I needed to go into. Bottom line, so emotional maturity
Yes.
and all of that.
I have
Great
emotional
answer.
maturity, but maturity maybe not.
But this is a very mature thought
Yes.
towards all of that. Nobody is actually going to be able to give you the love you've imagined
Mm-hmm.
or could think is perfect.
Because it's a Hollywood movie. It doesn't exist.
There's actually nobody out there
that can live up to that.
I mean,
No one
nobody
can.
can fucking read your mind.
No one can live up to what you have in your mind.
They cannot read your mind.
And they can be great people, but they can't live up to what you have.
They're never going to. The perfect relationship
There's not a perfect
quite
relationship.
possibly doesn't fucking show up at. Oh, excuse me. It's getting late. I'm getting tired.
Cussy.
Cussing.
Cussy.
It's probably not going to be at the perfect time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's probably not going to be at the perfect time. But most importantly, if you can actually know who you are, know what you're looking for, and you're true to yourself.
Stand your ground. Stand to your morals, right?
If you understand yourself and you understand what you want and what you're looking for, and it's unbiased. It's not hindered by past relationships or anything like that. You're emotionally mature, then guess what? You're going to be fine. And when you find your perfect partner, that's just going to be a cherry on top.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to be a cherry on top.
I think so too.
It's not going to be like a missing link.
Unless you don't like
It's
cherries.
not going to be like that's what I was needing in my life. It's going to be a cherry on the top.
Wow, this is what I really needed.
Really?
This is what really helped me. This is what I could actually. This is what I never knew I always wanted. And I think that's a fascinating thing to get to a point where you're like, wow, I've always been against this kind of thing. I've never really wanted this, but now that this is in my life, it's totally different, but totally pure and amazing. Something pure about things you don't expect, in my opinion.
We could also be, and it could be another topic for a future show.
Mm-hmm.
We could be judging our thoughts and reactions and progress in a relationship based upon what we're seeing in media, not just social media.
Social media, every aspect of it.
But depending upon your age, it could have been, how is that portrayed in movies, sitcoms, and television, and everyday things that people do from the moment you were young enough to pay attention
Because
all the way
each-
forward, and there's different generations that people would do that. I don't know.
Yes.
That could be a new topic. Can I give a final thought?
Let's give a final thought.
Please. I'm very tired. I actually think when you find an emotional, mature partner, you'll actually finally understand, and truly 100% understand,
Mm-hmm.
and especially if all of those other things, but emotionally mature and open, you'll actually realize there was nothing ever really wrong with you.
Right.
There was nothing wrong with you. And it's not saying there was anything ever wrong with them. That's that talking about the previous exes.
Even though they're ugly. They have a terrible voice.
And you're ugly. Okay. It's not an exciting.
Inside and out. Not just physically.
Anyways, I'm just saying, if you truly believe that, then and you don't have a dislike for that person you chose to be in a relationship, and you wouldn't talk negatively about them, then you've reached the maturity that I don't know. That it's not you. It's not them, but maybe there was an imbalance. There was an emotional maturity reached on both levels or one party's level, and that's all it was.
Yeah.
Nobody has to be the bad guy.
And there doesn't always have to be a bad
There
guy,
doesn't
really.
have to be a bad guy.
Like, for example, well, I'll mention that right before we started the show, one of my exes, PST, Psycho Stalker Terry, messaged in.
Hey, PST.
Lana answered the phone, and
he was in my restroom. I didn't have a choice. I was
Yeah.
like, your phone, PST.
Yeah. Terry was showing some stuff from Slab City,
Slab City, California.
Slab City. And it's, although Terry and I didn't work out as a couple, I value her as a friend and a person. So we've been able to stay friends.
I couldn't imagine how you could not.
Because you've talked to her, you've seen a few things,
Very sweet.
and that's how a lot of things can be. It can't always work out that way, but that doesn't necessarily always mean the other person's bad.
Can I interject here?
Yes, you can.
Actually, I'm a single mother. You've actually met my son's dad. How did you feel about him?
To be honest with you, I'll say this. I've never said it as a show.
I actually don't like anybody saying negative things about my son's dad,
Right.
including his family,
Mm-hmm.
including anybody. I don't want my son to hear it. I don't have no place for it in my life. Can you judge it? Can you do all of that?
I will say
You
this.
just can't convince me
The
that
second
it's not
time
the
that
love
you
is
and I
there.
had met,
That's a microscope. Love? Are we judging love or financial or time or anything like those? They could be doing that, but
Mhm. Well, I'd met him the second time that you and I had met. Very lovely fellow, friendly.
he should be on the show.
He's going to be on the show in the future, maybe playing banjo or something. But very cordial. I felt at ease, and I felt comfortable, and I didn't feel once awkward
like
hanging out with your ex, as I don't think that you felt as talking to Terry on the phone, right?
No.
It was very easy. It was very natural. And it was very this was just a friend from the past, basically.
Why would I?
No, you wouldn't.
Okay.
You know what I mean, though? But both of us.
But I'm just saying, why would I?
Yeah, no reason.
Okay.
You shouldn't have. But I think that is very positive in moving forward with any type of relationship. As all because sometimes exes are going to stay friends with their exes.
I'm friends with my friends.
I
love them dearly, and I love their lives, and I like them seeing them great. But that's just who I am.
And you don't wish anything harm or bad upon them.
No, I legit still talk
Same.
to them, keep up with their lives. It actually makes me feel good to
knowing
see
that they're doing
good.
well.
Yes.
I feel that way about all exes except one. And other than that, I'm fine with it. I hate the one. Loathe. Wish that I never knew. Other than that, I don't feel anything bad. I'm just kidding. But anyone,
I like you're not helping your
case
image here.
Anyway.
Anyways,
thank you everyone for tuning into the show. We have Pippin episode 1 debuting today at noon.
very, very, very cute.
Very exciting.
It's not what you expected.
No. So please like and share the video. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Lana has put together a magnificent show with many cards. I don't want you to think we're just coming in
We never did even
with the
discuss.
wheels off.
I'm going to save them for later shows.
I think we got into
This
a
is
couple
later
things.
shows. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Go to the Other People show on YouTube. Thank you for liking and sharing the Facebook, and it's been a great time. Anything you would like to add?
Check us out on King Network, YouTube, The Other People Show, OnlyFans, Ryan Parker.
Yes, if anyone is interesting, I do have an OnlyFans. You have an OnlyFans, right?
I do have an OnlyFans.
A very nice. It's like classy. It's very classy.
My OnlyFans are my pictures I've taken of myself over the years that most every of my close friends and even family have seen that I just didn't want to save on my phone, so I wanted to drop them off, but nothing to be embarrassed about.
No, I mean I went to her OnlyFans. You want to give out what it is? Would you like to?
Not at this moment.
Okay.
But not at this moment.
I will say this in regards to that.
I haven't checked on that in a while.
She's not checked in a while, but they're
It was
very,
a photo dump.
very classy photos. Like kind of like in the old school Playboy way without the nudity. Very classy.
But there's not really a lot of nudity.
No.
There's a
But
hint of nudity, but there's not really.
But it's more art. I honestly would say that. I honestly would say that.
Thank you. Like I said, most of my family, like my dad, wouldn't see these photos.
But
I'd be
is it anything inappropriate or pushing the envelope? But it's very classy, subtle, artful.
There's just not really any other forum that you can post those and be like, well, you can go see those pictures because I can't post them on Facebook and Instagram.
Right.
It's actually against regulations and rules. But I can say, are they pornographic? No.
No.
Can you go look at them?
Yes.
Yeah. I go to the beach in a swimsuit.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah. So if you want to check out that, you can secretly somehow find a way to check out hers. Also, if you
super stalk you,
if they want to check out mine,
he knows what it is. It's a different name.
$7 a month, and you can see everything. I have no shame, as you can see. As you can see, Lana can see. Do I have on pants? We'll leave that up to the.
Well, I can't really see anything.
No. Hey. Hush.
I can't really see anything, so.
So thank you everyone for tuning in. We have Pippin episode 1 debuting tomorrow on the Other People Show on YouTube. We have the Other People Show Thursday, probably at 10 p.m. We're going to be doing Shag, the movie Shag, starting.
We finally got a hold of it.
10:30.
I bought it.
Yes, we're going to be doing that Thursday. And please check out the Other People Show on YouTube. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we look forward to having some comments and questions. And thank you for tuning in. It's been a fun show.
Yeah, it's been great.
Thank you, Lana.
It's been great.
Thank you. So you all have a good night, and thank you very much. Good night.
Bye.